And on this Thursday, April 23rd, 2026 edition of Newsmakers, a federal district court in Tacoma ruled yesterday that a Washington state licensing rule requiring foster parents to socially transition foster children plausibly violates the First Amendment. The ruling comes in a lawsuit brought by Alliance Defending Freedom attorneys on behalf of Shane and Jennifer DeGrosse. ADF says Washington state officials declined to issue a standard foster care license to the couple because of their religious objections to socially or medically transitioning children. In its decision, the court denied state officials' request to dismiss the case, allowing the DeGrosses to continue their lawsuit. A proposal to ban transgender athletes from girls' sports in Washington state failed to pass the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association. The item didn't get the needed 60% supermajority to pass. The WIAA says that even if it did get the required votes, it would not have been implemented because it violates state law that prohibits discrimination based on gender identity. Voters could decide if an initiative gets on the November ballot. Pope Leo is urging the United States and Iran to return to talks to end the war. In a wide-ranging news conference today on his way home from his trip to Africa, he also condemned capital punishment. Leo also asserted that countries have the right to control their borders, but must not treat migrants worse than animals. And he lamented that the church's morality teaching is often reduced to sexual issues. Leo was leaving after an 11-day four-nation trip that took him from Algeria in the north of Africa to Angola in the south and Cameroon in between. Italian Premier Giorgia Meloni has thanked Italian peacekeepers serving in southern Lebanon for donating a new crucifix to the village of Debel after the original was destroyed by an Israeli soldier in an incident that drew international criticism. Meloni said images showing the crucifix being delivered and placed in the same spot as the one destroyed days earlier conveyed a message of hope, dialogue, and peace. Israel's military said Tuesday that it had replaced the crucifix and shared a photograph of the new one on social media. The replacement appeared smaller and more ornate than the original, which had been smashed by a soldier. The Israeli military says 2 soldiers involved in the episode will be held for a month in military detention. A North Carolina woman has been charged in an alleged conspiracy to attack a Texas synagogue. Angelina Hahn Hicks is accused of plotting with 2 men to drive through Congregation Beth Israel in Houston in April 2028. A judge wrote that the alleged plan was designed to, quote, kill as many Jews as possible. A prosecutor said that earlier this week, authorities had feared a more imminent threat. Hicks is being held on a $10 million bond. The synagogue was closed yesterday as a precaution. Hicks's lawyer said his client's youth, she's 18, may play a role in her defense. A potential motive for the planned violence wasn't immediately disclosed in North Carolina court documents. A leading Anglican bishop is facing internal church discipline. Steve Wood, who is the Archbishop of the Anglican Church in North America, will face a church trial starting July 20th. He's facing allegations that include sexual harassment, bullying, and plagiarism. Church officials say the charges involve violations of ordination vows and conduct deemed scandalous. Wood denies wrongdoing and is seeking dismissal ahead of arguments in early May. And that's Newsmakers for this Thursday, April 23rd, 2026 edition. I'm Keith Black.